Hunter, Volume 10. This is part of the Yorknew City Arc. Chapter 84, September 2nd, Part 6. You can produce 100% of any nen category you wish? Exactly. Broken arm? Katakana. Oh. Holy chain, kanji, big toe chain with curing ability. Wraps against around his arm and just heals it. Reinforcement of the curing factor. It just goes back to tap. Full recovery. His bone was in pieces and in such a short time. If I choose you as my first, if I chose you as my first opponent, it's for several reasons. When you stood in front of the Mafia, before and after in Jinru, your companions didn't show any sign of implication. Okay? It's the proof that you like to fight alone, in your own way, and that they totally trust you about the outcome of the fight. 1 against 1. That's what I wanted as well. On that point, you got what you wanted. You're able to stop a bazooka with only your bare hands and physical strength. You're a reinforcement nen user who's extremely confident in his attack and defense strengths. It was the first condition that had to be met in the choosing of my opponent. Why? Because the result of the fight will allow me to know if my chain gel works on all the members of the Genai Roden, the fan group. My chain gel plunges the captured members of the Gigan Roden into the Zetsu situation. Thanks to that, it derives the muscles of their liberty. No, that's the reason. That's why I haven't been able to play my aura for a while. Cling. A Zetsu that restrains every aura projection. In other words, someone can only escape this chain using physical force. He's not. If you, who's the strongest of the Rodan physically, can shatter it, then none of the members will be able to escape from my gel. Oh, can't shatter it. Then none of the members will be able to escape from my chain gel. You're really trying. Reinforced Zetsu? It's getting worse. Or is the energy source of Nen, like fuel for cars. If he blocks it, it will be impossible for me to develop any force. Stopping up the Nen release. This guy, he's far from being stupid. It's closing. Flam! Just gives him a kidney punch. Your physical strength against my reinforced fist. Seems my force is beyond yours. That's precise information. If I can hold them with my chain, I'll be able to strike down every member of the Rodan with only my hands. Still bleeding. Tell me all you know, Bam! Where are your companions? Die. Boom! What Nen types do to others use, or what Nen types do the others use? Die. Crap. Actually, I'm sick of you. The sensation staying on my hand. Sounds coming from my ears. sounds coming to my ears. Smell of your blood. All that's getting on my nerves. Why can't you think of anything? Why didn't you feel anything? Is that only possible? Answer me. Die. Ugh. Wrapped around his heart. It's your last chance. From here on, you're at my mercy. If you break the law that holds my chain back, it will instantly pierce your heart. Judgment chain. It's wrapped around. Law is answering my questions truthfully. If you follow it, I'll let you live a bit longer. Where are the others? You know what you can do with that question, idiot? He's just dead. Oh, he's gonna call. I may have stayed too long in that state. Yep, it's me. I'll be back in about 1 hour. Okay. The father of the boss will finally arrive during the night because of the weather conditions. Oh, crap! He's dead. He's just burying him. Oh, we're back. Lorio and Killa and Gon. Can't do anything. No messages. Not in my inbox. Not in my message box. Nor on the computer. Same here. 2 billion jennies each. Very tempting. We have to find them first. When you're bounty hunting, the most important thing is to have an extending and reliable network of information. That business already cost us 5 million jennies. Isn't there any other way to gather billions of jennies in one shot? But that? It seems that if we don't use our money, no one will give us any info. Maybe, but if we give a reward, the amount of fake info will increase. And we'll lose a lot of time checking to see if the info is real or not. Exactly. Southern bids are on the 6th, right? Yep. Southern bids. We still have 3 days. Oh, for the game. If only we could capture one during those 3 days. We could tie him and make him confess where the other members are. That's a possibility, huh? When did you become so violent, Gon? We can only ask decisive information. For example, the place where the Rodon is at the moment. In exchange, we'll give a huge reward. That's a very nice story, but we only have a jewel worth 3 million. Plus, on the site, there is already an ad that proposed 8 million. 8 million for any valuable information. I can give 15 million. What? Where would you get that much money? Oh, he's gonna sell his card? Somebody has a bag over there? Umbo, come back yet. Umbo, come back yet? No, not yet. You're worried for no reason. He's not the kind of guy that would die that easily. He uses a chain? It's on top of... Oh, no, he's a whole bunch of books around him. Is it like candles? The user of materialization or manipulation in Obogan can brag of having an overpowerful combative force. In a one-on-one fight, it's against those 2 types of nin that he has the largest chance to lose. Most of the materialization users give a particular skill to an object they create. Depending on the skill they use, it's somewhat possible that Ubu's power isn't efficient. Yeah. Concerning manipulation users, imagine that they use Obo himself. It would be quite annoying. I knew it. Should have gone with him. Darn. We're waiting until nightfall, and if he hasn't returned, we'll change our plans. Access to the Hunter's site isn't restricted. It's really an original card. We're lending you 100 million zennies, and we'll keep your card as a guarantee. Repayment day is September 10th. No interest loan. Oh, what do they do with? Do they just sell if it doesn't come back? Think about it once more. You're leaving your hunter license. Don't you realize what you're doing? If we can't get it back, it's over. You won't have another one. I know, but I can't sell it. No bank will lend me that much money. And loan companies have high rates, understand? Could you sign here, please? Yes? Fine with this. Fine with this? Don't. We have no choice but to go forward. He's completely crazy. Creating the force of the Rodon members in order of Iron Arm. Bink, Ahsoka, Franklin, Fighting, Machi, Qual, Bonorinov, Nobunaga, the swordsman, Shelnark, Pununaldon, Shizaka, Kaltapi. Chapter 85, September 3rd. Ooh, there, exactly 100 million. This time, we'll plan on spending. What should we begin with? I think it's pretty obvious. Let's begin by purchasing the catalog of the auction of the Southern Place, Southern Peace, of the Southern. Is that what they call it? Auction? Or the hotel? Southern Peace is the most famous auction room in Yorkshire. Okay, so it's a room. The catalog, which also contains the entrance ticket, costs the trifling sum of 12 million jennies. The sale lasts for 5 days, from the 6th to the 10th of September. But it's impossible to know what's sold without buying the catalog. I see. You see, huh? It's the minimum to know before coming. Of course. Good morning. We've come to buy a catalog. Sure. How will you be paying? With the bank or transfer? This kid. Here's the catalog. It's a big book. All the objects for sale are indexed in it. The catalog also contains a ticket allowing you to enter the sale room. With this ticket alone, 5 people are allowed to enter and exit as often as they wish between the 6th and the 10th of December. However, the involvement in a sale is normative for only one person and one group. For only one person in one group? Under which name would I register you? Gone Freaks. Bam! Greed Island. Here. Oh. Greed Island. Specialized game for hunters. Only 100 copies have been sold. Each for 5.8 billion jennies in 1987. There is no precise information concerning the contents of the game. To understand why, the fastest way is to read the notice. We advise people who wish to purchase it to refer to the explanation given on the next page. For several years, no trace of the game was found. However, the sale room currently has 7 copies. The following 3 points allow us to tell if the games are original or counterfeit. Checking the origin of the manufacturer code, certificate of authenticity. Checking the path of the object, registration of sale of the game, official official certificate of exchange guarantee. Status of the object itself. Our company takes responsibility for condition 1 and 2. Condition 3 is most probing. An original can be recognized with the naked eye without any hesitation. Consequently, we invite buyers to seriously look at the game themselves. Slap. Huh? There's like a base. When you start the game, it's impossible to interrupt it. So, we only recommend it to people able to keep their attention for 1 week, starting from the beginning of the game. This game contains a risk of real death. There's also a risk of being unable to leave the world of the game. Our company declines all responsibility concerning the possible damage caused by the game. This game is for hunters only. The number of players is unlimited. A console joy station is needed to activate the game. The startup is executed with the Wren, as shown in Figure 1, on both sides. So Gon and Killua could go in, but Killua doesn't have a license yet. 1 copy will be sold each day on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of September. On the 9th and 10th, during the afternoon, 2 copies will be sold each day. The bid will start at 8.9 billion jennies each. Fine. Here we are. Now we only have to make enough money. Counting the jewel, we have 90 million jennies left. And that's our last chance. Bah, there's still Loro's license. Uh-oh. Is Loro gonna give up his license? I don't think he would. Are you sure you want to give 15 million for any information on the Rodon? Yeah. Fine. Let's begin by registering on the announcement site, and we'll just have to check back later to see if there's any good info. We should use bait. Using bait isn't a bad idea, but even if we detail our demand well, the main problem will be the number of bad information that will rise. Of course, we'll get info intentionally false by judgment mistakes by informants. Yes, I think we'll have to find a way to sort the replies, depending on the place where the informant will affirm he has seen the Rodon. We can find info concerning the places where the Rodon isn't on the net. Plus, if we're told I saw the Rodon in York City, there's strong chances it's true. Yeah, but we don't have any proof that the Rodon is still here, right? But it's very likely. For the single simple reason that the Mafia controls every circulation way, whether by the land, air, water, or underground. I can't believe they would succeed in leaving this town with their bounty without getting caught. They're hiding somewhere in the town. Should we return to the hotel and post an announcement? Yes. The crowd. Okay, they're walking. What's this? There's a paper stuck on all the objects. We're on the tag bid market. You write on the paper the price you're ready to pay for the object. Oh, it's a Hiei. Yeah, Hiei? From Yu Yu Hakusho? Yeah, Hiei. Mangaka and wife. Oh, Sailor Moon? Oh, he's the dog and she's a bunny? When time's up, the person who proposes the highest price wins the object. Look, for the most wanted objects, the paper fills up quickly. Yes, that's true. As far as I know, there's an infamous market. I've been told that if we propose a price that satisfies the seller, they often don't want for the end of the they often don't want for the end to give up the object. It's as if the auction and flea market were rolled up into one. A flea market or second-hand dealing. Makes me think of a market where everyone brings the objects they have at home, nothing more. Rohaha, rohaha. It's a popular market. Wow. Huh? Going. Picks up a knife. Huh? Say, mister. Yes? You want to buy it. Write your name down on the sheet. Nobody comes before noon. It's yours. Ah, yeah. That knife. Could it be? Lorio. You know how to bargain, right? Do all you can to get it right now. Maybe it's a treasure. Huh? Okay, count on me. That knife interests you. Go. You know, I saw some better ones farther down. Yeah, but I like this one. Say, we have to leave soon, so would you sell to us right now? Huh? There's no other buyers, so it depends on your proposition. Looks a bit old, your knife. I'll give you 100 jennies for it. No, I won't give it for such a price. Ah, too bad. Let's go. Wait, how about 500 jennies? 300. There's no doubt it's an original. What do you mean? It's a Ben's knife. A Ben's knife? Benny Dordan was a serial killer who lived about 100 years ago. Ben's is the name he gave to his knives. Ben's Dordan was a saber blacksmith. Each time he killed someone, he made a knife as a souvenir and engraved a number on it. He made 288 of them. Wow. He sold them in his shop exactly as the other knives and sabers. Cries and the expressions of the victims gave me inspiration. And what was written in the book he wrote in jail. During that time, he had numerous fans. Since it's the work of a murderer, it's not easy to name its value, but my friend liked him, or my father liked him. On another note, we'll have good luck finding an interested collector. It's famous though. Though hidden. So, what's your estimation? The value changes a lot, depending on the number, but at least 5 million. What? How did you know, Gon? Actually, I didn't know. But then, why? When I saw it, I felt something strange. I used my Gaio, and I saw a tiny aura. Gaio? It's a subcategory of Nen. Basically, it consists of watching something very, very carefully. It's true. I don't see anything. If you develop your Nen sense, your Nen, you'll see it. Yeah, we can search this way. Way to find rare objects. Yeah, because like the rare objects are made by masters, so they put in their Nen in an object. In each activity section, it happens that some extraordinary talented people use Nen without doubting it. Like the one with glasses, right? If you do as with the knife, if we find an object with an aura, there are strong chances that we'll discover objects made by geniuses. Yes. If we do that, even without a lot of knowledge, we can find ignored objects with high value. We only have to bring them to superior ranking auctions and sell them at better prices. We'll call this Operation Fingers in the Nen. Doom. Fingers in the Nen? Fine. In that case, I'll take charge of sorting info from the announcement site. If I feel we have a serious one, I'll call you. As for us, we'll go immediately to hunt down other rare objects. Okay, operation start. Go. Go. Hello, sir. Tap tap. Crunch crunch. I'd like to buy a catalog. Oh, he sent his drone to the auction house, or the auction place lady. Chapter 86. That you gone? Me? No, nothing yet. Just bad information. Oh, they're on the phone. I even got one saying, I'm a member of the Rodan. He also gave his phone number. I contacted him, but it was just a childish prank. The problem is, most of them don't say where they've seen them. It's always ultra secret info. Contact me. I checked, but none of them were real. I just changed the announcement to read, please clearly indicate where you saw them. What about you, huh? Some guy is doing the same thing you are? Ooh. We found 4 other objects, other than the Ben's knife, with auras this morning, but here's another one. Oh. Just looks like a bizarre pot, but according to the aura released, the one who made it wasn't an ordinary person. Still, the vase sure is weird. Ah, there's already someone interested in 500 jennies? Someone's already bid, offered 2.5 times more. For example, if it's at 100 jennies, and you propose 101 jennies, he'll write 102, etc. And the price will increase slowly this way. So you better discourage him from outbidding. 500 times 2.5, 1750, or no. It's not 1,500. No, it's a 10,000? Well, let's see. What's on the other side? What about the table I saw a while ago? Once more, I only see a badly drawn table, but 10,000? But that's 2. So going, how's it going? Kill it actually. Wait, you too? Yeah, I found 2 myself, but on each of them, there was already a price proposed by a Ziparu. I doubled his price, and now I'll see if he quadrupled mine. That's no coincidence, no? Someone's using the same trick as we are. What are we gonna do? Even if we increase our offer, you can be sure he'll outbid it. Ends at noon, right? You just have to wait. Write our prices right before it ends. If we try to play with him, it'll cost us a lot. So, if we proceed like this, the worst we can get is 2 objects. Okay? Ah, I see. And so, we won 3-1. There's only a pot that we didn't get. Congratulations, that's great. Yep. Now we only have to go and register in the auction. Somebody's watching. I'm sorry. The catalog containing the objects for sale, edited by our society, is finalized 6 months before the opening of the auction. We're already preparing next year's catalog. Our reasoning is that we guarantee the authenticity of the objects. Take responsibility for giving certification of authenticity. We need a minimum amount of time to respond to this, and to proceed with the necessary checkings. It's strongly possible that that's the same for other auction houses. It's certainly too late. It's certainly too late for this year's auction. Ah, we like to sell these objects during those 5 days. The most secure and quickest way is is to go and see the antique dealers in the city. We have high quality objects. Yes, in that case, it's difficult for me to advise you, but there's a system consisting in exposing. There's a system consisting in exposing on the merchant market. As the name indicates, the merchant market is the place where lots of specialists whose work it is to negotiate objects in auctions meet a license for authorized access is needed. But as it's simple to get one, in reality, everyone can join. In that market, the bids are on objects presented that day. That's why you can find identical objects and counterfeits. It's up to the buyer to see if it's real or not. But on that market, the prices of the fine quality objects sometimes drop down, and it's not rare for a counterfeit to get a lot of bids. Of course, it's a market for merchants only. So the prices are lowered than a classic auction. Depending on the object, you might have better chances selling at a good price to an antique dealer you've just met. But the place where you mix with the rats of the job. Consequently, even a high quality object won't inevitably be sold at a price as high as it should be. That's the risk of the market. So if you don't have a skilled merchant on your side, thanks, mister, just go leave. The merchant market. If a lot of professionals join, we have strong chances to sell our stuff at the highest price. I'd have preferred the classical auction, but oh well. I want you to know the estimate of the objects we bought. Yeah, so do I. Good one. What about asking? Dun. We don't have to sell, right? Hi. Oh, you have this at home? Yes, in our abandoned attic. My parents told me I can sell it depending on the price, so I brought it. He's wise. Those objects are nice. That one, for example, it's a lithography of Muka Tolini. The series is limited to 50 prints, plus it's signed. This artist only signed the tables he really liked, and it's one of the first numbers. Oh, 3 out of 50. Wow. I think the signature is authentic. Obviously, the aura comes from it. I would give you 150,000 jennies for it. 150 minus 11,000. 139,000. One. Ooh. Next, a wonderful, entirely handmade doll. It's in good shape, and the fact that the wrapping and contents are entirely intact gives it value. I offer 300,000 jennies for it. Wow. As for this one, I'm sorry, but this one isn't worth that much. I still can feel a small aura. Someone talented, but not that famous. Well, it's obvious that the container and its contents are of two different origins. The container was made recently. The owner of the sculpture certainly thought it was a pity leaving it unwrapped, and so made one for it. The sculpture itself is raw in its confection, lacking of seals, and above all, doesn't have a signature. It was probably sculpted hundreds of years ago. I'm willing to make an effort to give you 1,500 jennies. Really? Oh, they lost. Darn. I'm talking of the price of this of a. I'm talking of the price as a sculptor. The wood itself could interest experts. It's good old wood, a real treasure for a sculptor. Of today. Ah, I personally know some people who would be willing to pay 100,000 jennies for such old wood. Really? It's quite possibly that only a few people know the real value of that wood. And even if they're aware of it, they would still need to find a sculptor willing to buy it. For most of them, it's only a mere trinket. Ah, I have an offer for you. If you will sell me the other two objects for 420,000 jennies, I'll buy the wood for 80,000. 1 second. Take all the time you need. I can bet no other antique dealer in town will give you 500,000 for the whole thing. Because over 450,000, there isn't any margin. Can I look a bit closer at the wood to determine its age? What should we do? For identical prices, we should sell here, so that we'd avoid the rate of the market. Yeah. Let's try another store. If we get the same answer, we'll come back. Don't move. Leave that piece of wood where it is. Don't be tricked, kids. For the table and the dolls, the price are honest, but for the wood, he's cheating you. That's to do his bidding. What are you doing here? I didn't lie to them. How's that? I'm sure you don't know any sculptors willing to pay 80,000 jennies for that wood. What interests you is what's inside the wooden sculpture. It's a wooden chest, isn't it? About 300 years old. This kind of chest was used by the rich to hide their treasure. Ironically, the ploy was so subtle that if the owner died, his family got rid of the object without knowing what it contained. There's a detail that only a trained eye can see. That point indicates the chest has never been opened after it's sealed. If it's an original, it must contain a high quantity of precious objects. You want to pretend to check the age of the wood, and use that chance to empty the chest, right? But Chapter 87. Thank you. Senparu-san. A little longer and we'd have been tricked. No need to thank me. It's nothing more than an exchange. Huh? 20%. That'll be my part after you sell the wooden sculpture. What? Are you kidding? You really don't know anything. There's a tariff for that kind of service. Yes. You end up helping us a lot. Jeez, you're so naive. Have you forgotten that we're here to earn money? We don't have any jennies to spill. 20% isn't possible. If you want, we can offer you lunch. Okay, that's fine. Shall we go? Just for lunch? I can draw like this too. He's looking. Which one is fake? I don't know. Which one's fake? Probably the left one? He's in munch. Another chance, another cheese kebab, please. I want another one too. How about you, Gon? That makes 3. Say, Senparu-san, I thought a bit, and I think inviting you to lunch isn't enough. I'd like to give you a commission. This again? Ah, no, don't worry. This meal is enough for me, lady. A miso soup with tofu. Yeah, Gon, see? He ate like 10. Come in. I'll take rice with crab. But I'm serious. It's okay. In exchange, you explain something to me. Huh? How did you size up those 3 objects? Size up? What's that mean? What? If you don't know what sizing up is, how did you choose those three objects? Don't tell me it was pure coincidence. How did you decide to buy those three objects out of the ones that were in the other shops? Think we could tell them the truth? It'd be better than paying them, wouldn't it? Men? Aura? Yeah. After some training, we reached to see them. Ah, I see. That's true. That would explain why you chose the wooden sculpture, ignoring what it could possibly contain. And also that you didn't have any interest in the other common objects with some value. What? Where are the other ones? Fashionable watches, products from brand names, old phone cards, simply objects that weren't directly made with the hands. But their prices suffer such variations that even experts rarely risk them. And why do you need money so much? I thought you only had one question. Come on. Let's make a deal. I'll answer you. But then it's our turn to ask you something. Alright. We want to bid on some auctions. For this, we need money. Oh? What kind of auctions? Now it's our turn. How much do you think you could get from that wooden sculpture? It depends on the contents. But it won't be under 100 million. 100? The thing you want to buy, what is it? A game called Greed Island. What? That stupid expensive game? That won't be easy. How much will you get from that? How much will you get from the weird pot you bought? Crack. That? It's only a trinket. It doesn't have any value. Huh? Why do you want to buy why do you want to buy such an expensive game? It costs at least 6 billion, doesn't it? Actually, I'm searching for my father. And it seems there's a clue in the game. Oh? Why did you buy the pot? Huh? You knew that if you bought the sculpture, you would have been able to sell it for at least 100 million. You knew we were both bidding on several objects. You must have seen our names on the tags. Everyone would have chosen the object with the highest value, but you didn't. But you didn't choose the 100 million Jenny sculpture, nor the 300,000 Jenny's doll, but a pot with no value. Why? Crash. I'm actually the one who made the pot. Sorry for saying that was a weird pot. I thought it was the other who said that. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. I'm the one who made it, but I'm not its creator. Huh? It's a copy, a counterfeit. When I was really poor, I made some to buy food. Then I began sizing up the community, and I earned some money. So I decided not to do that anymore. That's my first sculpture. When I look at it right now, I can't be proud. A failure. When I go to the market, sometimes I fall on one of my old works. Whatever the price, I buy them. Okay. How much would a real pot be worth? It's my turn. What's your dad's occupation? He's a professional hunter. So how much would the real pot be worth? Even the original wouldn't exceed 40 or 50,000 jennies. Don't think I was able to copy real artwork at that time. Professional hunter. There are several in the antique dealer community, but they're all a bit crazy. You must travel around the world, work somewhere, then leave. That's not research a kid should make. You know. Don't be so sure. I'm a pro hunter myself. Is he kidding me? Huh. Now it's your turn to ask something. Alright, but it's the last one. Is there any way I can help you? If you want to get a lot of money in auctions, you have to know how to size up. In other words, if you know how to do this, you're sure to earn money in York Shin. I'll let you decide my commission rate. What do you think? Fine. I too want to ask one last question. Why do you want to help us? Because sizing up is my job. So it's quite normal for me to offer my services to the ones that need them. Well, actually, all this is sweet talk. In fact, it made me happy. Proposing a price for an unfinished and ugly trinket touched me. It's not a trinket. On that sculpture, we can easily feel your nen. Tech. Aura is something that everyone releases, but mastering it is a completely different thing. Giving our aura to an object is called ten. It requires a lot of training and concentration. It's easy to see the reflections that were needed to make this pot. You reached it without knowing what nen is. You really are talented. It's true that I said it's a weird pot, but my eyes didn't deceive me. In this domain, by sizing up, we start observing people. We don't limit ourselves to objects, but also the people that buy and the ones that sell. We become more demanding, not only with the objects we're looking for or selling, but also the judgment we do on people we mix with. I accept to sell to him. I'll never buy anything from him, etc. When I first saw you, my internal gaze whispered, I want to work with them. Here's my answer. What's yours? With pleasure. Concerning the commission, we'll see when the work's begun. You're going? Oh, it's shop. He's opening up the case. Clink, clink, clink. Wow. Oh! So that was aura. There's no doubt. They're real. Even if you sell them at a low price, you'll get at least 300 million. He can buy back his Hunter card right now. However, on the merchant market, it's liquid payment. So today, at that time of day, we won't get a lot for them. We'd only lose the money it costs to enter. What are we doing then? We're bringing them to a small market. What's that? It's the market where the objects that couldn't be indexed in the catalog because of the lack of time are auctioned. It's there that the merchants go to size up and decide the price of the attribute. It's the best place to let the merchants know what day you'll be selling what. I have to warn you of something. The merchant's world is full of traps. It's impossible to know how we'll be treated. Even we have objects of high value. Sometimes we can't get a good price out of them. It's best to be aware of this, because they're of high quality. We can't sell them at a high price. That kind of thing happens. Welcome, I'm Konaruto, the organizer of the market. I've been told that you have some nice objects. Huh? Magnificent. They're wonderful and perfectly preserved. We'd like to present them at the small market auction tomorrow. Understood. But they're really nice. I won't keep it from you that they interest me personally. I'll offer you 250 million for them. What do you say? Thank you, but no. At the bids, you have strong chances to get a lot more. Yes, I understand. This way, please. Talk, talk. It's the presentation of the objects that will be sold tomorrow. If you want to have a look. Huh? Looks like tea sets. Box. Wooden chest. It's incredible. The used silage from that era. No trace of secondary use. Such an object must cost a real fortune. Really? Just because the chest is authentic? Just because the chest is authenticated doesn't mean the objects are too. Here we are. Chapter 88. Just because the chest is authenticated doesn't mean that the contents is. Here we are. That's true. But you can see that those jewels are real, can't you? It's not in tens of years, but hundreds of years they have to think of. Those jewels are rare and precious. I observed them carefully, I touched them, and I can guarantee they're real. But you didn't examine them all, did you? No, but even if they're real, nothing can prove they're from the same time as the chest. See, what are they doing? They're trying to make the price drop. In other words, they want to destroy our deal. And we can't do anything to stop them. So the law of the market. I would stop them. But wanting to buy a low price is normal. But be attentive at their hand motions. If you see the least suspicious motion, ask for a normal voice. Are you wanting to check something? You and your friend are the ones who brought all these here? Don't worry, I'm gonna replace it with another one. Plus, there's an official market tag on each object to avoid this. The tag won't reassure us. Nothing's easier than swapping prices. And you are? I'm the client's guide, employed by those children. I can swear that all those pieces are real. The chest is from that time, as are the jewels that were inside. You have an official certificate to prove it? No, but in that case, no need to argue. If the only proof we have is from the seller, you can't trust it. Why not an expert? Because it takes too much time. We just missed the delays for this year's auctions. My employers wish to attain some money before the end of the year. Obviously, if the price was dropped too far, they would take the pieces back. Here? Tactics. If we told them we need money right now, we'd lose. We don't have any objects for an expert to look at. Them after the acquisition. If the pieces are counterfeits, we'll sign a contract. We'll sign a contract if necessary. Then we'll return the total sum. If he promises something like that, it's most likely because of real jewels. It's a nice thing to be trustworthy, but it's really prudent to make such a promise. You say that for the wooden chest? You could be bluffing. Bluffing? When a forger tricks an expert, that's what we call it. For example, as I said before, even the chest is authenticated. It's possible to replace the contents. This bluff is called a swap. When the chest and the contents are false, it's called a cancer. Oh, hey, go. Which side are you on? For the change, there are several methods. Doing a simple separation, we get this. 1. Replace all the objects with fakes. 2. Replace the treasures, but leave some originals amongst the fakes. 3. Expose the real objects during the presentation, but replace them with fakes right before the sale. 4. The treasures aren't fake, but they're not old nor precious. 5. The treasures aren't fake. They're from that time, but have no value. Actually, determining that the sculpture is antique is extremely hard. If the wood is 300 years old, it's only a material. But there's no proof. There's no proof it was sculpted 300 years ago. The work on wood is very difficult to date, even more than wood itself. Oh, yeah, that's true. The material from that time sculpted nowadays. That bluff is called post sculpt. Hey, it's obvious it's not a post sculpt. The joint on the internal side is from that time. You just need to look at its color to understand that. There's no sign of touching up. You people know it. But when there's a warm condition, all the adhesive properties return. It's a technique used in non-official expertise. It's also a bluff. Sure knows what he's talking about. Replacing an existing joint with a new one is a technique that only amateurs use. We call it double stick. Pros heat it, then melt it, and put it back. So until the next opening, the chest will give the impression of having never been opened. The bluff is called heating. After hearing that, how can we be sure that there isn't any heating? Hey, wait a minute. There wasn't any heating. The heating leaves some small burn marks. And even if there aren't any traces of burns, the heating causes the color of the joint slightly. There isn't anything like that on the joints. The piece is authentic. That kind of change can't be seen with the eye alone. Even a pro would have difficulties. Your explanations are enough. It's impossible to have an option or opinion. I didn't even understand half of his explanation about the bluff. Darn, they're starting it out. Darn. It's a problem that he explained all those bluffs to everyone. He's a merchant specializing in price dropping. Guys whose work is to buy good objects at very, very low prices. Some of them don't back down to anything. They don't show any interest in the objects they target. Let the other merchants give a poor judgment. Pretend to observe the pieces, and use that opportunity to place one or two of bad quality in the middle. That way they manage to get the prices go. That way they manage to get the prices to go lower. That's why you asked us to pay attention a while ago. Well, which ones do we have the highest chances of selling? Till the auction starts, I can't say. Order of appearance, and other elements can be influential. But during the previous presentation, there were some merchants whose ability to size up seemed fine. And if one of them came to sell, I think the market can catch fire, and the prices can climb up suddenly. But say, Sapporo, are there any other kind of bluffs? Oh, they interest you? Yes. It's like magic tricks. It was funny. I see. You, Mister, forgot the main things and have fun. I didn't understand why this kid aroused some interest in me until now, but I'm starting to understand. He doesn't care about the good and the bad. When I told him I'd made counterfeits, that the merchant was trying to reduce the value of the wooden chest. His face showed no signs of the bad it could represent. All that could be read was pure curiosity. So, what hit me was his completely open heart, full of admiration, without distinguishing the good and the bad. In fact, he's dangerous. In other words, I can't size him up. he would be too whole. Any problem? Nothing. Bluffs. Flat. Okay, I'll explain. Cling. There are 3 essential points that allow you to size up the wooden chest and observe it. In other words, there are 3 points on which the bluff can focus. The chest, which is the container, the joint, which is the sill, and the contents of the chest. Those are the 3 points that, if they're skillfully manipulated, can trick the public. The most difficult to observe is the wooden chest, as the object of the chest sculpture is to hide the treasures it contains as well as possible. Its aspect is often raw. It's impossible to know how much of it has been finalized. If the material is heavy and resistant, it could have had several uses and resisted to the passing of time, so it's still easy to obtain some nowadays. That's why if it's presented at the cell in its closed position, scrutinizing is really hard. Click. That's why we looked at the sill. Exactly. The joint is camouflaged delicately with paint and sawdust. Remove the camouflage and observe the degree of color and observe the degree of color change. Next, we analyze the degree of wear, and we determine if it's from 300 years ago. If that's the case, we can say it's an original. Yes, but that's impossible for a mere merchant because of the heating. Exactly. You remembered your lesson. If the contents were exchanged and the heating was used, problems arise. It's really difficult, even for a pro, to see the color changes due to heating. In the case of a wooden chest, it's the most difficult bluff to mask. Proving the chest was open and the contents exchanged. Even if the number of bluffs increase, the buyers will mistrust the chest that isn't opened and will wait before buying. The auction that begins to stall. It's to deal with this that counter bluffs were born. One of them is called the opening. It consists in presenting together the authentic wooden chest and jewels of lower prices previous auctioned. The physiological man. The psychology of man is really interesting. They'll mistrust a closed chest, and just showing it open is enough to fool the best, who have eyes for low-priced treasure. If they're false, they wouldn't willingly show them. That's what runs through their heads. When the bluff begins to be too known, and they begin to distrust, we use another bluff, really risky. We can fool specialists that won't see any trace of heating on the joint. Which bluff can it be? In the case of a closed presenting chest, yes. Some specialists will buy the piece thinking no heating was used. Will buy the piece thinking no heat was used on it, and it has never been opened. And as they thought no heating was used on it, it's really never been opened, right? How's that? I know the treasure contained at the beginning was all fake. Yes. The jewels were taken out somewhere else. Bingo. Oh. We don't use the normal opening, but make another hole. Replace the contents with fakes. And we clog up the hole. It's the side breach. It's a trick that any kid could do, but which manages to fool first-rate specialists. A long experience in the job ends by making them easy to fool victims. It's the illusion provided by the fact that they're sure that if the joint is intact, with no change of color, then the contents are authentic. They're blind. Such a fascinating universe. That's why I was saying that we never know how we're going to be treated. Specialists always have that in mind. That's why a perfect piece becomes more suspicious. An insignificant detail can produce a wave and dive of the absurdity of the public. Absurdity? Hello, L'Oreal. Is Rodon the Rodon? Oh, yes. It's apparently true. I received a file with a message where you can clearly see the Rodon moving. The informer has a cell phone with camera and sent me a message combined with an image. I will ask him for information on the exact position. We have 2 targets. I saw the 2 fishes in Yorkshire. I'm telling them so I don't lose them. Contact me as fast as possible. That's the samurai and the what does she do? Wait, no, she's a healer. Oh, let's go. Cracking open. Chapter 89. We have 2 targets, a man and a woman. I'm going right now. Let's meet there. Let's go. Oi. And the bids? We'll leave them in your hand, but sell out the best price. Okay, count on me. I'm going. They're just sitting there in the open. You think Obo passed out? I'm afraid so. We're here to check that out. Obo? Isn't only a stupid mass of muscles. You think I don't know that? Even his opponent is one of those that could trouble him. Ubu is bright enough and has experience enough to counter. Hello, I'm the person who put the announcement on the site. Hello? Oh. Wait, what? You're late. Where are you? Don't worry. From where I am, I can see you. It's the couple behind the boyfriend. There's no doubt about it. I'm doing the banker transfer right now. As planned. You can check. Beep beep beep. What? That's it? Look. Let's get out of here. But Ubu still hasn't come back. Has he ever been late to a meeting? No. But you heard him as well. He said he wouldn't return until he found the chain guy. We found him. That's why I said I'm afraid so. I didn't say I was sure he could. I didn't say I was sure he could have died. Intuition. Psh. Your intuition rarely fails. Crash. It's crashing. We'll find him and eliminate him. There's no doubt. Now the problems begin. How will we capture those 2? It's impossible. We can't do anything if we face them. What? How can you say that without even trying? What's the matter with you? Hey, calm down. We'll be noticed. What do you expect me to do? I understood after seeing them. They're so strong. Yep. My father told me a story 3 years ago. I thought I could do something, but imagine you have 2 Ahsokas sitting at that table. Understand? Oh, 2 Ahsokas? We are a match for them. Uh-huh. Say, why do you think they're in the square? It's a date. It's obvious, isn't it? You think so? Drinking coffee, having something to eat? No. They noticed the couple behind them. Huh? Without showing it, they kept control over everything around them. They're watching everything. If we get a little closer, you can be sure they'll notice us, and will keep their eyes on us. At first, I thought that attitude was normal, because the mafia was after them. But I realized that they wouldn't come to such an exposed area. They look nothing. They look nothing like hunted down people. For a moment, I forgot that they're after people from the Rodon. They're waiting to be found, waiting for their prey to fall into their web. They're ready to pounce. The mafia or something else. I don't really know, but someone's watching us. I feel it too. He's not a rookie. No. I don't know where he's watching us from, but he's keeping his eyes on us. The chain guy. If that's the case, we'll follow the boss's orders and do whatever we want. I think the boss wants us to make him a part of the Rodon. What? All that he said was, find him and bring him to me. Have you forgotten the basic rules? Dead or alive, by any means. That's true, but for you to interpret the boss's speeches doesn't bother me, but don't ask me to agree with you. I didn't ask you anything. You're the one giving your opinion. Suddenly changed. The atmosphere is tense. Did they mark us? No, they haven't noticed us. How can you tell? Especially since I don't know the trick to hide your own presence, Setsu. It's not the time to act weird. Don't do what they expect us to do. They're trying to find an attitude in the square. Someone with a glance that opposes theirs. And their faces aren't reassuring. We better talk normally. Sorry, I didn't want to scare you. I suggest we decide now. We'll bring him back alive or dead. Fine. Slap. Tap. Heads. Tails. I see. Oh. Soga's not even watching them. I understand the situation better. Oh, the boss is there. Changing rooms was a brilliant idea. One of the members of the community informed me that the Rodon came to the hotel to kill everyone. There's also no doubt that they have access to a professional hunter site. If you hadn't acted that fast, my daughter could have been mortally wounded. Thank you. For the rest of the events, I'll begin by having my daughter return home. Do you agree, Neon? I'm disappointed, but oh well. All the objects have been stolen, and the auction cancelled. Staying here is meaningless. I really wanted to go. Don't worry, there will be auctions next year too. About the objects you wanted, we'll take them back from the thieves. Really? Yes, I promise. Have I ever broken a promise I made to you? You better ask me if you ever kept one. Ah, you got a point there. Huh? You're Senrutsu and Ashio. Yes? You're in charge of bringing my daughter back to her residence. When the huge guy was captured, you were there, and they know your faces. So it's not 100% riskless, but it's better than the ones with their pictures on the hunter site. Just in case, take inconspicuous clothes. Yes. Fine. Now, Neon, return to your room and prepare your luggage. Okay, Daddy. Tech. Fine. Now for the serious things. The auction will restart tonight. Same hour, same place. What is the enemy? The community doesn't want to be tricked twice. The 10 Godfathers confirmed that they will get the robbed objects during the 2 days of the auction. Huh? Robbed? According to what we learned from the huge guy we were talking a while ago, would be one of the Injuru who had outrun them, taking the booty. That was the case, but it seems all the Injuru are dead. What? 9 bodies were found. The last one was the one who had all the objects in the auction. He would have also been killed by a Rodon. The Godfathers know the force of the Nen users perfectly well. If one of the Rodon members has the skill of making people confess, it's not even necessary to use torture. The owl had brought the booty, but we think he confessed the Rodon. I'm going back to the previous topic. Since the Injuru were killed, the Godfathers have decided to give the task of eliminating the Rodon to professionals. Professionals? Kills his father and grandfather. Credit has life. That's right. From the mafia's point of view, the murder is only intimidation. It's not our specialty. Against such enemies, we decided to confide their elimination to specialists. It will be much faster. The Godfathers have already gathered a team of first-rate killers. Thanks to that, we only have to wait for the Rodon to be extinguished. By acting like that, we'll lower the reputation of the community. We can't let killers act alone. Karapika, that's where you come in. We'd like you to join the team of killers. They moved? What are we doing? I'm repeating myself, but we don't have any chances of winning against them. We have to do something. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah. We won't go home like this. Okay. In that case, listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you. What's he going to tell him? Huh? Chapter 90? Yeah. Gon and I are taking care of the shadowing. They must not spot us. We'll be using Zetsu. Incredible. They're here. But it's as if they disappeared. Huh? It's as if the image of Killua became faint all of a sudden. Gon, 2 rules to obey. They see us. We stop following immediately, and leave without hesitation. Secondly, if I think it's impossible to continue, we stop. Alright? Okay. The sign to stop is 1 ring. 2 rings is for a classical call. Vibrating position evidently. If they separate, follow the girl, L'Oreal. You contact the Paru and deal with the auction. Oh, they're gonna finally meet. You've never done any telling, have you? During the Hunter's test, I told Hisoka. Seriously? Without being spotted? Yes. For a day or so. Oh, bravo! Oi! Why'd you hit me? I don't know. No reason. Because Hisoka's really scary. Okay, in that case, I don't have anything else to add. We just have to avoid entering their field of vision. Let's go. And they're going on the rooftops. Our targets have left the square. Went down a little street. Okay, I'm following. They haven't seen us. Definitely not. With Zetsu, it's almost impossible for them to feel us. But they're on their guards, so don't slack. These 2 aren't easy. If they see us, we're finished. We'll have to watch even the smallest of their movements nervously. No chance to relax. Huh? They must spot us. If that happens, we'll see a change of behavior immediately. As strong as they are, even if they try to hide it. we'll notice something on their expressions. Of course, it only lasts a fraction of a second. Observation and experience aren't enough to detect that kind of signal, that kind of sign. I've been trained to tell since I was 3, risking my life every time. I must relax my attention. Above all, I can't miss the fraction of a second where it's revealed they've seen us. We're telled. Think so. Not sure though. No mere guy. A perfect Zetsu? They've mastered it finally. Huh? It's above them. Do they like sense the absence of aura? Darn. They're going deep into a deserted area. They probably feel our presence. In that case, is it a trick? No, I'm certain they don't know our position. It's possible that they didn't notice us and are heading back to their headquarters. In that case, the telling is successful. Trap, their HQ, which is it? If it's the first one, we have to leave. If it's the second, we should tell them a bit more. I don't see any change in behavior. Continue. Whew. Huh? They're not responding to our invitation. I don't think it's the chain guy. Why? There's several. Well, the chain guys seem to act alone. But what's that based on? He belongs to the Nostrum clan, doesn't he? Yet, he faced Obo alone. How do I know? Because the Mafia didn't make one move. If the Mafia was meddled in this, they probably would have used the info on Obo to threaten us. They would have distributed pictures of Obo's decapitated head, or other things they like. Rare things like that. But there's nothing to me. It means that the chain guy confronted Obu and didn't tell the Mafia. Why would a guy employed by the Mafia fight alone? Probably personal reasons. There's a lot of what ifs involved, aren't there? Shut up. The chain guy acts alone, so he's not the one telling us. I think there are too many doubts in your theory. How so? I'm listening. I think the chain guy and the ones that follow us are related. Intuition? Intuition. Really? Being told that by someone who only thinks with intuition. What do you think of it, Killa? An appointment? Unless they're inviting us. Us? You think they've spotted us? Either is likely. They don't know our positions. If it's an invitation, that means they don't know where we are. Their message is show yourselves. What are we doing then? The idea of an appointment is possible. We observe without moving. Blah blah blah. Huh? Going. Cutting. Stay alert. If you sense the least bit of hostility in their expressions, we leave. If I ring your cell phone, you rush. Nobunaga, here. Hey, Sphinx. What's up? I was wondering where you were. We're told, but they're not showing themselves. We can't find them, huh? And I might have some information for you. What do you mean? Dun. He looks right at them. Tap, tap. They're running. Huh? Oh. Spotted. Forgot what he does. She has the gun. And Gil is just on notice. He's like, boom, 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 pat. Oh, caught him. Now he gets some rocks. He's running. Oh, nope. That's it. Diversion. Now. Got both his legs. Stomp me without any problem. With one hand. Crutch. Huh? Flam! The spinning. Whoop. Tap. Yo, Finks. What are you doing here? I thought you were out with the boss. We're on the 3rd floor. You just hopped up the 3rd floor. If you want to fool your enemies, start with fooling your friends. See that. As usual, you're prudent. The boss tricked me once more. I was thinking there were too many good nen users around here. Double telling? The bearded guy and the girl weren't aware? Finished. Fine, kid. I have some questions for you. They're trapped. Chapter 91. Boy. You know the chain guy? Huh? We're looking for a nen user who has a chain. He the one who asked you to track us? I don't know what you're talking about. We're tracking of our own free will. A fraction of a second is enough. They gave me some space, and I'm spinning. So, yes? He lies to us. He's a very good liar. Should I check? Question 1. Why are you tracking us? In short, if I lie, I'm taking a huge risk. The Mafia is giving a generous reward on your head. There are a lot of sites that give a lot of money just to know where you are. Question 2. Who taught you the shadowing? Better than shadowing, it's a technique that allows us to hide our presence, Setsu. I know it, because I want to become a professional hunter. Who taught it to you? A master of Kung Fu, Shigan. Question 3. Do you know a nen user who uses a chain? A chain? He's from the manipulation or transformation nen type. Your master didn't have a chain at the right wrist. Unless it's you. I don't know. My master is reinforcement. And all he taught me are the 4 basic principles. Really? Too bad. Okay, last question. 2 choices. Think calmly. You want to die now or later? You have 3 seconds. He's like, useless. Don't make a useless move. Don't make useless moves. He's like, yes, okay, understood. We're coming, boy. Your friend wisely let himself get captured. They were both captured. Is it reasonable to bring us here? It's not really the kind of place we can talk about later. Huh? Welcome to our hideout. Clack. And they're all there. Oh, there's Hisoka. We don't know each other. Hisoka. Legs gone. He might be doing something for us. We don't know each other. Idiot. Darn. What? There's someone you know? No. Actually, hey, that girl. The girl was in the arm wrestling. Huh? You know them, Suzuku? No, not at all. I remember. He's the kid who was arm wrestling. When was this? The day before yesterday. You lost to this kid at arm wrestling. You're wasting her time. She doesn't remember the first time. She'll never remember. No, I would have never lost against a kid. But you did. With your right arm. Why would I have done that when I'm left-handed? Never mind, my mistake. Evidently. So you won against Shizaku. Yes. If I had known she was in the Rodan. Oh? Fine. Play against me. Flam. You got beat. Pretty? Boom. Oh. I can bleed. One more time. Say. What's my rank in the Rodon for arm wrestling? 7th or 8th, I think. Not weak, but not strong. The strongest was a guy named Obergan. Obogan. Or Obu. It seems he's been killed by that guy with the chain. We already told you that we don't know him, didn't we, boy? Next time you open that mouth without permission, I kill you. One more time. Use reinforcement. We were like 2 fingers in one hand. Well, he was demanding about punctuality. He often argued with Franklin and I because of our tardiness. We hit each other like kids, and always lost. We knew each other before joining the Rodon. I'm the one who knew him the best. Oh, it's not possible that he lost while fighting loyally. He must have fallen into some kind of coward trap. I'm positive. I won't ever forgive him. Even when I have to kill tens of people, I'll find him. Correct. He just bled his hand. The chain guy must have a strong feeling of hate against us. He was hired by Nostra clan. No. Hatred against the Rodon? Hired recently? You might not know him directly, but you could have heard rumors about him. Try to remember. If you have any idea, say it without hesitation. I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't tell you anything. What? Being able to cry for a companion. Being able to cry for his companion. I was thinking you couldn't cry, nor did you have a heart. Huh? But in that case, why? Even a little. Don't you share that feeling? With all the people you kill? Blam! Did he win? Did he win? Chapter 92. He won. He's like, what? I lost. That's a nice black and white picture of them all. Catch. Tech. What do you think you're doing? Gone. Huh? He's like, scared. One move and I cut. With his card. Answer my question. Do you know the chain guy? Say once more. I have nothing to tell you. Fighting. Stop it. Stop what? What you were trying to do. Because you know what I'm trying to do. So you know what I'm trying to do? You're aiming to break his arm, right? I was thinking of starting with the fingers. Carefully removing his nails. Whatever you were trying to do, stop it. Were you to order me around? I don't have to listen to you. Damn. Oh. That's enough, Nobunaga. You're not respecting rules. Serious quarrels are forbidden between members. I know. In that case, with the coin. That's okay. That okay? Clap. Tails. Heads. It's heads. Heads. Leave it alone, fighting. What are you going to do with them? They still haven't told us anything about the chain guy. They don't know anything. Let's release them. What do you say, Pokunoda? Hakunoda? I explained them on our way here. I examined them on our way here. Neither of them knows anything. Huh? Really? Yes. No trace of the chain guy in their memories. Your intuition was wrong. That rarely happens. Odd. But if Pogunada says that, there's no possibility of error. Tech. Huh? Going. Did they do anything to you on our way here? No. I was just asked questions. That's what I thought. We were examined without being aware of it. But what did they examine? They seemed to completely trust the judgment of Pogunada. technique with basis other than intuition. What have they done to us? No trace of the chain guy in their memory. How can you know this? And you. A Nen user with the chain. She was touching him. Does that remind you of anything? The power to search memories by touching the person she targets. In that case, I understand, but it's dangerous. It's true that at that time, I couldn't think of anything in particular, but now, I made the connection. If she examines me again, it's over. They're not related to the chain guy. We can let them leave, right? Yeah, it's pointless to keep them here. No, we can't be certain they're not related to the chain guy. There must be a lead. If the chain guy doesn't normally use his chain, it's possible they know him without knowing it themselves. Release them only when they split all they know. Even they know something, it has nothing to do with the chain guy. The chain guy acts alone. So, you have the same option as Nobunaga. He doesn't need to use children to get info. Being part of the Nostra clan is all he needs. We know the chain guy is part of this clan. Yes, that's true. He's our objective, that's all. Others can be released. Here we go. You can go back home. Huh? That's the other question. We won't let them leave. Kid, join the Rodon. No way. Team up with me. Join our clan. I'd rather die. Heh. Seems he really hates me. Use reinforcement. What does that have to do with it? Yes, there's no doubt about it. Heh. Ha. Huh? It's like crazy. Fine. We'll keep them here until the return of the boss. We'll make them enter the Rodon. You serious? Do you really think the boss will accept it? I don't care. If they escape, it's not my problem. You take charge of looking. You take charge of looking for them alone. Why did the mafia stop moving? Why did the mafia stop moving? After all, the mess they caused. They haven't moved anymore, and have disappeared, and not very natural. It's not very natural. All we caught today are those two kids. I can't believe they've renounced. So it's strongly possible that they're preparing the next attack. We're screwed up in our calculations. Our primary objective was to search for the chain guy, and at the same time distract the mafia men who would come to attack us. Whatever will start hunting directly. I'm going to give a list of the men of Nostra clan that I found on Hunter's side. The priority are these 5. Apparently, they are the bodyguards of a girl of Nostrad. They're always with her. His daughter? They're the ones who caught Obu. But he told me the chain guy wasn't with them. We don't know what the chain guy looks like. So you must continue searching for someone who knows him. I already took care of that guy. Put a cross on the top left one. We'll proceed in teams of 2. List in hand, and go for real. Let's meet back here tonight at 10 p.m. That's all. Wait a minute. Nobunaga isn't free. What am I supposed to do? There are 10 of us, so you should have a teammate. Huh? Oh, with Hosoka? What was I thinking then? If I had moved, Hosoka would have killed me without hesitation. His lust to kill had totally paralyzed me. If Gon had been seriously hurt, and I couldn't move, you're not able to. That's wrong. To beat or not to beat. That's the most important thing. Wrong. You can't beat him. Answer. To be able to kill or not to. It's not possible. You have nothing to gain from that. An enemy must be fought. Wrong. More important than a friend. There will be an announcement. Oh. Chapter 93. And this is September 3rd, Part 9. This stands up. Heh. That's the face of someone ready to kill, correct? Skin stance. I warn you. If you enter my perimeter, I'll cut you in half. Don't. Kill. Huh? They're alike. Obu and that brat. Yes. The way they express themselves, maybe. The way they stop thinking when they're upset. Huh? They're exactly the same. Unless it's the way they deploy all their strength for people other than themselves. What's the gun guy? Oba really liked one-on-one combat, but it was when he teamed with Nobunaga against several foes that he was strongest. Really? Yes. Obu didn't want to recognize it, but he was stronger when he had someone to protect. He became stronger when he had an intruder in his clutches. No, well, yes, if you want. Would never liked it. On the other hand, Nobunaga is the king of carelessness. He needs to set limits. That's why they were such an exceptional team when fighting. They seemed invincible. Tap. Huh? Tap. Cuz legs. Kerr. Tack. Boom. They punch the wall. Tack. La la la. Possible to attack directly. Better find a way to flee. Huh? There's only one exit. No windows. How will we manage to get away from the exit? It's darker. Lights candles. I wonder what L'Oreal's doing. Aoki and Zapparu are negotiating alright. Huh? Killa, you okay? Sweating. Crack. What's Zapparu taught us? The heating, the opening, and then I forgot. The side. No. It was something else. The heating was something to replace the joint after having melted it. Going. I'll be the bait. You use that moment to flee. What are you saying? You. Don't even try it. If your idea of the strength of your enemy isn't clear, you lack training, kid. I won't give him enough space. Figures. I already knew that. In a room with only one exit, he wouldn't miss anything of what we say or do. An enemy who shows no weakness, and who observes us. He's a master in his art. There won't be any pauses in the attacks he makes with his sword. That's why. It makes sense. You can't do it. Or you can't do that. Shut up. If we don't try, we'll never know, huh? Killa, what are you thinking? I'll manage to stop his sword, even if it costs me my life. You use that moment to escape. Flam. Oh, hits him. Are you crazy? You're the crazy one. What? You're the one who told me not to talk so easily of dying. What? Didn't you tell me that a while ago? That all this, it's all the same to me if I die, but not you? What? It's usually trying to reason with the reinforcement end user. How will you manage to get out of here without risking your life, idiot? And don't say stupid things when you don't even know what you want to do. Cause you think I don't know, idiot. Haha, you too. You're funny. But don't do anything stupid. Stay quiet. I know you're serious, but don't aim for a stupid death. Stay calm until the boss returns. Once he examined you, you'll be allowed to leave. But if you try to escape, I'll cut you in half. Don't force me to take my sword out. If I take it out, you'll die. Ah. I remember now. It's called the side breach. The side breach. Huh? The heating, the opening, and the side breach. I solved the pot problem. Ah. Do you remember? Ah. I remember. How could we not realize that before, huh? Shoot. Huh? It's way better. Shall we go? Are you serious? You'll only find death. Neither of you is skilled enough to stop my sword. 10. Idiots. Huh? Nope. Go on both sides. Just kick in the wall. The wall? The exit is blocked. You only have to exit somewhere else. You only have to exit somewhere else. Wow. That's going to go for you.